Businesses are opening back up, which means they're ready to hire and indulge folks eager to spend. Plus, there's that federal stimulus package nudging them along. But the economy's not just going to be back. If you ask some folks, it's going to be booming.
A big economic boom.
Economic boom.
The U.S. is probably going to have an economic boom.
We're having the greatest economic boom in history.
This boom is bringing us back from a beat-up economy that's bounced back faster than experts predicted.
It's going to take a few years, without question, before we quote unquote get back to normal. But we're well on the way towards that recovery. That was largely because of technology, resiliency. People could continue going to work largely because of Zoom calls, and they can order food through Grubhub and the like. But without question, trillions of dollars being poured in an economy is accelerating or creating this boom.
Booms are supposed to be exciting, like post-war 1946, another time when people were supported by government spending, or in 1984. But neither of them were boom times for everyone.
A lot of these terms that we use, like economic boom, they're really built for whiteness. You know, they need to be more explicit and say, hey, this is how white people are doing. You had a lot of people coming back from war, looking for opportunity, and they used the GI Bill and various benefits to purchase homes, to go to college, and other services and programs. Black people, because of racial housing covenants, because of discrimination in higher ed, we couldn't take advantage of the GI Bill in the same manner as our white counterparts. Technology took off in the mid-'80s, and you had the Industrial Revolution, you had this technology revolution that essentially created a whole new sector. And again, guess who didn't participate in that? We know that Black people, particularly those who go to HBCUs, also are STEM grads, science, technology, engineering, math. Many of those graduates did not receive the kind of investments that their white counterparts had. In fact, remember, we saw an attack on Black communities. The crack cocaine epidemic really throttled economic activity. You started to see a spike in an incarceration, and all the while, the country celebrating an economic boom.
This boom is happening after a recession, one that hit Black and brown Americans harder. They were more likely to lose their jobs and more likely to struggle to pay for housing, all while living at the bottom end of a wealth gap. But for this boom, the US is at least trying to look like it's changing its ways, like with how the most recent stimulus set aside $4 billion in debt relief to farmers of color, a group that's faced loan discrimination. But a judge blocked the program, and others fell short.
The Payroll Protection Program indicated that they would help businesses with employees. But the problem with that is that most Black businesses don't have employees. So a disproportionate amount of Black firms were shut out of that subsidy, forcing many businesses to close. We should look at unemployment rates of Black and brown people in the cities, as well as other metrics, and say, hey, when we see these numbers improve, that's when we consider ourselves in an economic boom.